Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Seraph Syndrome. I am your DM, Danny, also known as Fungi Fisheye, joined by my two lovely co-hosts. If you guys would like to say hi.
Hello, I'm Noelle and I play Stella Starweaver.
Hi. I'm Tiny and I play Akia Selene.
All right, and let's get right into the recap. On the last session of Seraph Syndrome, we bore witness to Stella taking care of some errands as Akia went to go say her farewells to her family. First, she handled business with the letter, walking inwards and having a small conversation with Joelray. Joelray introduced Stella to a Triton man named Calcum, who Stella promptly explained her need for a vial that could handle material that has been star-kissed. Calcum warned Stella profusely, but she showed her gumption and stood her ground, much to Callum's satisfaction and dismay. He told her to come back in around 30 minutes, and then he'll have it done. Joelray was intrigued by Stella's purpose and asked if they could talk whenever she had a moment to spare, which Stella agreed to. After that, Stella headed over for some breakfast, reconvening with Arcos and Layla, who were still chowing down. They had some small talk as they enjoyed their breakfast. Layla said an abrupt goodbye before going to pick up Akia again, just in case, and Stella decided to wait for Akia to come back. During the midst of that exchange, Akia continued her tough talk with her mother, and her mother brought up the fact that Calliope needed to know the truth before she sat with it for far too long. After another rough exchange, the tearful family said their see you laters. Akia then met up with Layla and promptly cried all over her shoulders. After that, Stella and Akia reconvened and they headed out to find Igrim, who was within the scythe quarters sparring with mechanical dolls. They convinced him to walk with them and he silently agreed. They visited the rest of their chores, meeting up with Gab and collecting the capsule from Calcum. After that, they received their first mission from the ever-forgetful boss. They were to retrieve a team of bloodletters that sent out a distress call from La Torre. Before they could even leave the grove, a blood-curdling shriek echoed through the abyss, barely cutting through the sound of the crowd. However, even though this noise is loud and sharp, piercing your ears, a cry for help, there are people who turn their heads, but some, I would say a majority, do not turn their heads. They continue with their days.
That's not creepy at all. Psh, what?
Can I try to perceive the faces of the people around?
All right, you're trying to read their emotions?
Yes.
Roll me an insight check and tell me that roll.
Go, 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 go.
All right, come on. 10.
Ooh, let's go.
With a 10, as you begin to try to perceive the faces of the people around you, this crowd, there are some people who let out a sigh. There are some people who just continue on with their day. But others turn their head in curiosity, from what you can tell.
What's going on? Igrim, is this normal?
Igrim nods, and I'd say at that point you hear another scream go out in the distance, echoing through the cavernous halls of the grove.
I think I want to see what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start following the scream.
I'll follow along.
All right, you both head towards the first scream you heard. But as you go, you hear a few more. You hear a little bit of panic, but weirdly enough, the bustling crowds of the grove seem to never stop, not giving a glance like you guys are. As you guys head towards the greenhouse, just where you were earlier, Akia, a loud commotion bruise in the streets. The sound of shattering glass falls to the street, almost silences everything for a moment. You see that there is a small circle of onlookers, but a lot of them seem to, and this is mainly for Stella who's looking at their faces, they just have looks of pity, but just shrug and move on with their day. You see this woman in the center of this crowd. She cries for help, kicks and screams and flails about wildly. Do you try to breach the crowd?
Yes, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very thinly veiled crowd. That's how you can see even from where you are. You move towards the front of this circle. You see that there are 2 enforcers, these absolute hulking officers. They're very clearly officers, soldiers of some sort. They're wearing uniforms, clad in scarlet red, white gloves clasped onto their hands, and tall white boots around their legs. A white belt with a silver buckle breaks the outfit's scarlet sections up. Across these officers' torsos, there's white pads in the shape of ribcage. One of the officers is grabbing onto the bugbear woman, while the other 2 officers are holding back a man and 2 children.
Oh, I think I have a feeling on what's going on.
You hear one of them, their voice deep and rugged.
You have to give up. Any more resistance and we'll execute you right here. We don't want to show that to your kids. Just follow us silently and give it up.
You hear the bugbear woman thrash harder. She fights, she claws, she pulls at their gloves. She's incoherent, just begging. Please, just one more month. Just one more month. One more month with them, please. You see the officer look down with their eyes shadowed by the white brim of their cap. You see the children are kicking and screaming, trying to reach out for their mother's hand. And you see their father trying to get them to calm down.
How close are we to this scene?
I'd say it's about a 20-foot circle around. That's where you guys are, on the rim of it. Actually, it's a lot more cramped than that. I'd say roughly 15 feet. You see the officers begin to pull their handcuffs out. The one that is thrashing with the woman. He pushes her face against the stone. He, almost silently, despite her kicking and fighting and screaming, clasps her hands with the handcuffs while gripping the back of her neck. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
I feel like Akia wouldn't do anything. She would just watch. Cause
I think
not knowing.
Wait, let Akia finish.
I feel like she just would be there in shock. just seeing nobody doing anything.
A lump builds in your throat. It almost feels hard to swallow. You've never seen any sight like this, Akia. You almost feel horrified.
Why are they doing this? What's going on?
I turn towards Akia for a second, and I walk up to the officers and I just go, excuse me, what is happening here?
You walk across to the officer that's presumably not handcuffing her, right?
Yes.
You walk towards one of these officers, a dwarvish woman. She's holding back the humanoid man with her hands. She turns to you. Oh, are you new to the city? Then
Yes.
you must have not come from any gutter down then. What's happening here is a culling, I suppose. Every day people die within these walls. Every day people get closer to turning. All we have to do is bring them in. They have to die somehow before they turn. And she looks up at you with these very downtrodden, almost, they gleam with that gold and that black, but they're half-lidded and tired. These eyes that have seen maybe a bit too much.
Oh, I knew it. Oh.
I'm sorry if this is a new thing for you, but it's what we must do. You see, even the lady's husband looks defeated, as if this is just what has to happen. His eyes are filled with tears. They don't stop. But his head hangs down in defeat as he holds his hands in front of his children, asking them to stop. You see the bugbear woman, she fights and thrashes, her big frame pushing at the officer a little bit more. And then you see as the officer casts a sleep spell on her. And she falls onto the stone before he picks her up by the handcuffs.
I turn towards the bugbear woman and I just kind of look towards the ground, knowing I can't really do anything about what's happening, and this I don't know what the right thing to do is.
Would Akia be able to hear that?
Oh yeah, I'd say you're standing pretty I mean, if you followed Stella along, if you followed with her to talk to the officer, then yes.
Yeah, I feel like she did. I feel like she would have this look of horror looking at this woman, thinking of her mother, and would just look back to Igrim, like, looking at him like, what? There's nothing we can do. Literally look at him in that face of defeat.
Igrim looks at you. You can't read his face because it's clasped in iron. But he looks at you. He points at his sword, and then he points to where the door is. And Akia, I'd say even you understand what that means. We can do nothing but fight.
She just balls her hands into a fist, basically dig it into her hand, and just looks to the ground, trying not to cry.
Igrim walks over and just puts a hand on your head. And he just pats it gently.
She just looks away, not wanting to see what's going on. It reminds her too much of what the outcome could be of her mother.
With those thoughts of the Seraph Syndrome ringing in your ears, the commotion slowly fades away. About a dozen screams or so erupt around the city during this moment, as you guys had this exchange. And you see as the bugbear woman is hauled off, fully. And the dwarven lady that you talked to, Stella, just goes, I'm sorry, that's just the way that life is right now. Maybe it's always going to be like this. But she, pats you on the shoulder, or, pretty much your arm. She's way shorter than you. All we can do is be strong. And she walks away. You see as the father is left hugging his children alone in the streets. As he holds them, as they drench his clothes in tears and punch him in the stomach. Because why didn't he do more? You hear them yell. The officers give you a salute, and they walk away. Their boots click, and just as soon as their boots click on the stone, it's almost as if even the momentary gaps of silence you heard in the grove begin to completely be erased, as everything is filled with that flourishing sound of life and travel.
Maybe it's about time we head out.
I turn towards Akia and give her kind of a slight smile.
She just looks at her, and she's biting her lip, and just nods.
I'm sure maybe in time we can figure out a way to stop these things from happening. We just have to try. I'm sure it'll all work out in the end.
Akia just looks at her hands, and then just looks at her and just goes, mm-hmm.
I give Vicky a little pat on the shoulder.
I love them.
don't smile as wide as I usually would, but I keep a strong face anyway.
And what are you guys doing?
Uh, oh, right. Were we trying to find Keela?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we were trying to
Forgot.
find Keela.
Where's that cat?
As far as you can see within the greenhouse, he's definitely not here.
Yeah.
This is the housing department.
Should probably head back to the shopping district.
Yeah.
You head back to the forest, the shopping district. As you walk over to that area, you see that there are a myriad of ribbon enforcers that are carrying people through the city. Some of them walking on their own, on chains, others asleep. It's more than a dozen. Then, I'd say standing out from the crowd, of course with his abnormal height, is Arcos Farrell. He walks along the road, almost heading towards you guys, meeting you at the intersection between the exit of the grove, the shop, and the greenhouse.
Yeah, we see that big old man.
And I'd say, of course, standing right next to him is Keela and Layla.
Oh, hello, you all.
Arcos goes,
Hello, the both of you. It is good to see you. I'm glad we could meet once more before you have to leave. And we have to leave.
I'm very glad too.
We're about to head out on our mission, so we'll be seeing you soon.
Oh, I hope it goes well.
I hope so too. I really hope we don't die, because that's always possible.
Oh.
What?
and Keela just
Oh.
goes,
Oh.
Layla. And Layla just opens her eyes.
Sorry, we'll be fine.
You'll be fine, yes. You're all very strong and capable people.
Oh, yes. Especially I.
Keela just sighs.
Well, I suppose we'll be saying goodbye. I'll see you later.
Yes, we'll be seeing you all later.
Please
Keela-
stay safe.
He looks over at you guys, and he looks over at you, Akia.
I'll be seeing you. So you don't have to worry about my safety. We'll be fine. I'm sure of it. I'll make sure myself. And as will I.
And I'll be healing, so I'll be fine.
Well, that's wonderful to hear.
Oh, Arcos, isn't there something you wanted to tell Stella?
Arcos just goes,
Oh, yes.
and Arcos walks over to you, Stella, and he crouches down in front of you, getting down to your eye level. And he goes,
I wanted to apologize. I understand now. I was thinking about it then, but it didn't connect until after. I'm sorry for making insensitive jokes about the Seraphs.
and he looks you dead in the eyes.
You've taught me humility. You've taught me to cherish them and treat them with the utmost kindness. For they were once human, and I will never forsake it.
And he just puts his hands on your shoulders.
you can promise, or I can promise you that I fumbled. Well, I can promise you that.
It. I look a little shocked for a second, but it's okay, Arcos. I understand that you know those things because you've told me about it. I know those things are just making light of a darker situation. And I think those things are what people could really use in a time like this. So, I think you should keep going. Just keep being yourself.
He smiles.
Well, you have it on my name as Arcos Farrow, that I will not mistreat them. I will do my best to make sure they die peacefully, as they deserve. As we all do.
I'm really glad to hear it, Arcos. I give him a smile.
Arcos gives you a bigger one, and he stands up.
All right, I think we'll be heading off now. We'll be seeing you at the crossroads.
Bye-bye, you all. Stay safe. I give them all a wave.
You should probably say goodbye when we're outside of the grove. It's weirder that way. We'll have to walk about 20, 30 feet that way together.
Right. My bad.
That was a bit mean, Keela. People try. We said goodbye.
Keela just shrugs and walks away.
Keela!
We all said multiple goodbyes.
That's my man.
He's trying. He's trying, I promise. We're working on it. He's not really working on it.
He won't
It's
work
alright.
on it.
You guys walk over to the door together, the vault. As your quartz shines, the gate begins to open. It turns, it twists the metal. As you hear these chains and the release of steam, the vault fully opens. And the sun beams inwards, shining, almost catching you off guard now because you've acclimated to the dark. As you squint, Keela, Arcos, and Layla walk out with you guys by their side. They wave you off, and you wave them off. As they walk their separate ways.
Oh.
Keela stops in his tracks, though, letting the two of them walk. He turns to you guys, and goes,
All right. The boss forgot. I expected to see you at the door. We were going to wait.
and he pulls out a map to Latore.
He was supposed to hand this to you, and then he didn't.
We have a bad boss, guys.
Thank you, Keela.
Keela just nods and then shrugs.
He's trying his best. All right. I'll be seeing you all soon.
Be safe.
Keela gives a 2-finger salute as he walks off into the distance to Argos and Layla. And you see as they journey off to distant lands that you have no idea of.
He's such a girl dad.
A girl dad.
That's literally what he is.
And so, as you guys begin your journey across
Oh.
towards Latore, you guys have a long, long road ahead of you.
Oh, Lord.
Right, a map would have been kind of important, wouldn't it?
He's trying his best, I guess.
He has a lot of things to remember, I'm sure.
Yeah. There's more than one headquarters, so like he has a lot to think and take care of.
Yeah. Right, I don't have a bag.
Oh, I do. Wait, I mean, we don't have money. Forget it, we don't have money.
We'll figure it out. I'll just carry everything for now, I guess.
I have
You
a bag I
see-
can carry.
Igrim
Thank you.
silently holds up a bag to you.
Like just an empty bag or like his bag?
He holds out a bag to you.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you, Igrim.
He nods.
I take the bag. Does it feel like there's anything in it?
It feels really light.
Did you just have a bag on you?
He nods.
Oh, well, how convenient.
You open the bag to put your items in, and you see an infinite swirling black abyss in it.
oh.
What is this?
He gives you a thumbs up and walks forward towards the Torre.
What?
There he goes.
Akia, have you ever seen this before?
See what?
This,
She looks in the bag.
a swirling
She's like-
abyss in a bag.
She looks inside and goes, oh, no.
Wait,
And she just like kind of slowly shoves it into her chest, like, no. She does not want none of that. She's freaked out. She's like, no.
Is it okay for me to put my stuff in here? It's not gonna go anywhere, is it? Hey, Grim.
He's walking.
He's like
Oh,
10
goodness.
feet away from us. He's gone.
We gotta start jogging behind him.
Yes, we start. Grim, wait.
You guys walk closer to Igrim. You jog a little to get up to him. He's not walking particularly fast.
So, if we put stuff in there, will anything bad happen?
Igrim pauses. He grabs just a rock off the ground and just shoves it in the bag. Then he pulls his hand out, shows you that he doesn't have the rock anymore. He dips his hand back in the bag and then pulls out a rock.
Oh.
Oh. All right then.
Yeah, you keep that.
I guess I will. Okay. I just
He
start putting my
throws
stuff
the
in
rock
there.
really far after that.
But that just okay.
Was it a pretty rock?
It was not it was just an average gray rock.
Ah, poo.
Just pretty rocks on the floor.
As we continue walking.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a bag now. Yay!
Yippee! Bag acquired.
So
How's
you can add a
Pancake?
bag of holding to your inventory.
That's awesome. Okay.
He's a man of many mysteries, guys. Literally.
Where do you even find something like that?
But what do you guys do now? You guys just continue your journey onwards? Anything you want to helplessly talk to Igrim about?
I was gonna ask. I was like, should we talk to him? Are these try? try. Keyword. I mean,
Yeah. Attempt.
I feel like we've already figured out that this man either does a yes or no answers. So we literally have to just question yes or no answers to any question.
True.
So, Igrim, do you like being a bloodletter?
Igrim gives a solid thumbs up and nods.
Okay, cool.
That's good. How what
You got this, Stella. You got this.
I can't ask simple questions. What brought you two here?
Igrim just points at sword. He just points at his sword very solemnly. Under the visor, his eyes are completely shaded in darkness. You can't see in, and he just points at his sword.
To fight?
He nods.
Ah, okay.
I see.
Have you ever been in a team before us?
Igrim just nods again. And then he puts his hands parallel and then extends them.
Huh?
You know when people are talking about like this much? He does the this
Yeah.
much sign and does a really wide
Oh.
hand.
Oh. Huh.
So you had many teams?
He nods.
Oh, okay.
Did you like them?
He nods.
Okay. She just says quietly to herself, okay, we're getting somewhere.
We're getting information, some bonding.
Bonding. Since we couldn't bond with Pancake.
Pancake is flying alongside you guys. You see Pancake is just hovering in the air next to you.
Oh. Have you met Pancake yet?
He turns towards Pancake, and Pancake cowers behind one of you.
Oh.
Ah.
It's okay. Oh. He's a team. Pancake.
Not going to harm you, Pancake. It's okay.
Right?
Igrim gives a long, hard stare at Pancake before giving a
Oh.
thumbs up.
He hesitated. He had to think about it. You know what? That's real though. I understand. I also would have to think about it.
Either way.
She just
if you
stares
guys-
at Stella, just like, I don't know what else to say. She's just like,
Well, as you guys have this awkward exchange with a very, very solemn man, you guys continue to walk through the fields leading up towards La Torre. You guys are still technically in the Lunatone Meadows. However, on the map, you see that you are getting closer to an area that is known as the Semperviren Forest. And there is a couple of places that are marked close by. There is Rusia, La Torre, and Cojern. But you know where you're going. There's also a little compass attached, so you guys can find your way about. You guys are heading pretty much to the west, a little bit northwest, to Latore. And on the way there, of course, we are going to be rolling for encounters. 'Cause this journey is not going to be easy. Maybe.
Just say you hate us.
No.
I
However,
would never. No.
who wants to roll the d20? And I'll roll the other.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, rock, paper, scissors.
Flip a coin. Oh.
Let's just we'll alternate this. So first, Stella, roll me a d20, and I will roll against you.
Alright.
Come on, baby girl.
I could even set the DC first. That's okay. That's not 20.
Danny. I'm Danny. Hey.
That's a 3. Oh, right.
Wow, I would have never expected us to lose to a D20.
So roll me a 4. Roll me a 4.
A
Or
D4?
D4. Yes, roll me a D4,
We
please.
just got out, man.
Alright.
We just got out.
Oh, you've got to be joshing me.
You gotta be joshing you. So as you guys are traveling along the fields, walking through the grasses, trudging your way closer and closer and further from the grove, you manage to go the first half of the day without incidents. A 4 was a very good
Yay.
number to roll.
Oh,
You
go,
guys,
Stella, go.
as the afternoon rolls around,
Thank goodness.
as the light falls a little in the sky, everything gets cast in pinks and golds, and slowly you see as dusk, as nightfall begins to arrive. But I'm assuming you guys trudge a little bit more. You guys are, well, it's kind of more like midday, so not exactly sunset, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably more like blazing blue skies if I'm being realistic. The sun directly beaming overhead on the fields, casting everything in minimal shadow. So, would you guys like to roll me the second d20 for today? This first day.
I guess. Okay. Let's
You
hope
got
for
it.
good.
That's a 3.
Oh.
Again.
No, we
And I rolled a
the same
2.
thing. Oh,
Heavens above!
oh my goodness.
I like to thank
And-
my mom. I like to thank my dad.
My mom.
The second day, the second half of the day, now you're gradually getting into those cooler times, that pink sky with the gold accents, the clouds basically funneling pillars of light down to hit the grasses. As you trot along broken wagons, weapons made of ichor, and long, tall grass. You guys have an uneventful day. And if you guys would like to set up camp, now would probably be the time, unless you guys want to truck forward.
I don't think I'd want to risk getting exhausted or anything.
Yeah, even though I'm at full health, I don't.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
I
fully
think
agree.
we should set up camp.
You guys consult with a Grim very quickly, asking for a rest. And you set up camp pretty quickly. Everything goes fairly smoothly. You see a Grim pulling out full-on tents from the bag.
What?
Bundles of sticks and cloth, he forms tents for you all.
Oh,
And
wow.
he pulls out some rations from the bag as well. so you guys can eat.
Oh, there's a lot
wow,
in there.
How convenient. What is
That's-
this?
That's not creepy at all.
Egrim just shrugs.
Well,
Akia's so used to magic not being around her, so she's so creeped out by anything magical. She's just like, ooh.
as long as it's convenient, I suppose.
Yippee.
As you guys eat your rations around a little campfire, as night completely consumes the sky. This night is one that is very different from the rest. Instead of the plain but beautiful starry night sky above you, it almost seems as the heavens delight. Glimmers of gold sparkle. Everything looks extraordinarily beautiful. Crystals form and hang in the heavens, glimmering gently.
Are you both very fond of the darkness?
Igrim just gives a shrug.
I find it a little comforting.
So do I.
Being around people all the time, having these moments of just quiet, always feels nice.
That's a very true thing. I think seeing the stars is always a very comforting sight. It always reminds me I have a path to follow.
That's nice.
The winds blow cool over the fields. The small trees, almost shrubs even, just whistle in the grass, in the wind. They tussle and make a symphony of sound within the night sky. And it's eerily quiet. But 'tis night in this world. You guys retreat to your tents after a short while. And if there's nothing else you want to do, you guys go to bed. I want to make a note that Igrim does not eat with you guys.
Oh. Were you not hungry?
Igrim points at his helmet.
Oh, okay.
That
we can look away if you want.
He points at your tents.
Okay.
Oh, fair enough. All right.
Have a good meal.
He nods, and he gives you guys a thumbs up, and he gives you a pat on the back before you guys go to sleep.
Oh.
All right. Good night, both of you.
Good night.
He waves from the roaring campfire's other side, and Igrim turns around, and you hear the sound of metal rustling, and he presumably eats.
Yay.
Unless you're taking a peek.
Akia, I feel like she wouldn't. She would respect his privacy.
Yeah, still
Also, she's
do.
intimidated. He's a big scary man. She understands Pancake. I get you, buddy. I get you.
Pancake cozies up with one of you for the night. He's spent a lot of time with Akia today, so he's basically sleeping with Stella.
We alternate pancake duty.
Yeah.
um,
One day a Grim will have him. One day.
but as you guys fall asleep and the night passes, the next morning the dawn arises, and up with an early start. I think a little bit later than Kilo would wake you up, you hear the packing of bags and the collective cleaning from a Grim.
Ooh. At least he's not a freak like a Kilo.
True.
At least it's not pots and pans.
True. Do we both wake up around the same time?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Well, Akia is... Are you prone to oversleeping?
Probably, since she did live in that sanctuary where there was no really a time to wake up, I think?
Yeah.
Maybe?
So, I would say Stella, who is absolutely more comfortable with waking up at morning to travel, absolutely wakes up first.
I immediately get up and step outside of the tent.
You just see a Grim packing up the bags, cleaning up the campsite.
Oh, good morning, Igrim. Do you need any help?
Igrim turns around to look at you, and he just gives you, like, a dismissive hand gesture. He waves his hand away.
I see. Well, at the very least, I'll clean up my own tent.
Yeah, you can pack up your tent, and I'd say as you clean up the bundles of stick and the cloth that held up the tent, you kind of look down at the bag of holding.
Seriously, what is this thing?
Do you want to just shove the stuff in the bag and call it?
Yeah, I guess so. I
You-
saw Grim doing it so casually, I could do it too.
Yeah, you slowly shove the tents in the bag, and where you think that it would hit ground, it just kept going until you let go and it tumbles in.
Oh, weird.
But I'd say at that point, Akia, you can wake up as well.
She just wakes up and goes outside and just goes, this is so much better than the pots and pans.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Good morning, everybody.
Igrim gives you another thumbs up.
Good morning, Akia.
And she just helps pack up.
Yeah, I'd say you guys clean up the campsite fairly easily. And you're ready to begin your second day of travel, and presumably your last day of travel.
Yes.
All right.
You're
Who wants to roll it? It's gonna be Stella this time. Let's just do that.
All right.
Let's just alternate.
All right.
All right. Did Pancake abruptly wake me up this morning, or was it just?
Pancake has just been cowering behind rocks, looking at a Grim warily.
He's been domesticated.
Domesticated.
With fear.
So roll a d20.
All right, and I will roll to the table. That's a 16.
go.
That's what you have to beat. I will
Go,
say.
baby girl. Oh.
Ooh. I was gonna say you could use a survival check, but I'm not giving you free advantage.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us, you hate us.
All right, roll me a d4. Let's see what you get.
For the love of God, please.
With a 1, As you guys begin to finally set foot again on the road, passing by these decaying wagons, these overgrown, covered in moss, you see that there are different structures that are also decaying. Buildings that are just merely frames. They are covered in mosses. You don't know what purpose they could have served, but they served a purpose once. But now they are hollow frames. As you walk past the cobbled stone frames, lunging out of behind one of these frames is two seraphic humanoids. They look ready for a fight, but you can't really tell that from their body language. They look scarily calm, their bodies moving with purpose every step, delicately trotting in the grasses. But Stella and Akia, you spot them beginning to move. Although they look like every movement is slow and deliberate, they basically lunge forward. Every step a leap, every walk a bound. They pull towards you. There are Icarus weapons raised high. And we'll have you roll me initiative.
All right.
Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Okay.
These angels begin to move, their bounds uncannily perfect, every stride too perfect. And they reach you, and starting us off, so that's going to be Akia with a 16, Stella with an 11, and a Grim with a 16. As well. Nice.
Oh,
Yippee.
nice.
Oh, I'm first. Great.
So, starting us off at the beginning of our round is going to be Akia.
I got it.
What would you like to do, Akia? These two seraphs look like they are not going to give you even a chance to run. Their movements are too swift anyway.
Okay. I think I'm gonna do. Let's go great. Sorcerer's Burst on them.
All right, Sorcerer's Burst on the first one.
Yes.
All right. Roll it up. Roll to hit.
Zooey Mama. 23.
A
baby.
23 is absolutely striking this enemy.
Oh, I got so scared you were gonna say
Yes.
no. I was gonna cry. Woo!
Roll me that
Okay.
damage.
Okay, a 2.
A 2. With a 2, you are going to deal, let's see, 2 damage to the first Seraph. All right, you launch the Sorcerer's Burst. What type of Sorcerer's Burst is it? I think you have to roll what element it is.
I don't know how I would actually roll. So which damage it is?
Well,
Do I
for
just
now,
roll.
I think it says in the spell description, you roll a d8 and then you pick what element it is.
Okay, so whatever a D8 and then.
Whatever
Okay.
it says in the spell description. I believe Sorcerer's Burst is that.
Oh,
If
I just
I'm
get
wrong.
to choose whichever one.
Oh, okay. So what damage type would you like to do?
Let's do acid.
You build up this ball of acidic magic within your hands, firing it out like a sorceress burst. It splashes against one of the angels, burning and singeing their ivory skin. And is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
All right, that's going to go to a Grim. A Grim is immediately going to launch right behind you, and pulls out his great sword like he has been practicing for whoever knows how long. That is an 8 to hit. But Igrim has great weapons mastery. So if he misses, he is still going to deal... that is going to be... He's going to graze equal to the ability modifier. He is going to deal 4 damage to the angel, even if he doesn't hit it directly. You see that his greatsword slashes into the angel's side. It grazes it, but you see as a shockwave comes after, blowing a chunk of this angel's flesh off, as golden liquid bubbles and pools from the wound. And that's going to be the end of Igrim's turn. That is going to go to the angel's turn. The first one is going to immediately focus on Igrim, who is right in front of it. That is going to be a 21 to hit, which is not going to hit. Oh, wait, no, never mind. That is totally hitting Igrim. Whoops, got a little too confident.
What?
That is going to be 12 damage to Igrim. 12 radiant damage. You see, as this exalted humanoid circles its hands into the air, you see as golden ichor begins to drip from its palms and leaks out twin daggers. It shoves these daggers into Igrim's armor. Although his armor clanks, it slips through the gaps and cuts him, dealing a grievous amount of damage. Holy moly.
Lovely.
All right, and that is going to be the end of that Seraph's turn. That is going to go to the next, which is going to fire off at Akia, who is closest. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
You hate me.
No.
Doesn't
And that's
you?
3 damage to you. As this angel, you see as it touches the wound of another angel, it pulls a golden spear made out of that ichor and plunges it into you, Akia. And that is going to be the end of its turn. That is going to go to your turn, Stella. What would you like to do?
Alright. I am immediately going to use... I'm going to use Healing Word on Igrim.
All right, roll it up. All right, 2d4. That is going to be 9 health back to Igrim.
Yes, 9 health.
All right. Igrim heals for 9. And you see he gives you a thumbs up over his shoulder. But he grabs the handle of his greatsword immediately after, clutching it ready to lunge. All right, Stella, is that your end of your turn or anything else?
I guess I can just use the Star Streak as an attack, right?
Absolutely so, yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to use that against one of these angels.
Stella, you harness the power of the Star Streak, a weapon that you've never used fully before. As it spirals within your hands, this chunk of a meteorite. As the crystals gleam, you are going to fire some force damage at it. Roll to hit.
Okay. Okay.
That's an 8 to hit, which is unfortunately not going to hit. You see, due to your clumsy handling of the Star Streak, the beam of force, this pulsating blue energy, punctures into the ground and kicks up some rocks. But you know that if it hits, it would do some serious damage. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, that's the end of my turn.
All right, Akia, it's up to you. Akia?
Oh, sorry. I am going to do Eldritch Blast on the angel I did damage to.
All right. Roll it up.
Come on, mama. 17?
17, absolutely hitting.
Yes!
Let's go.
11.
11 damage. You harm this angel. You fire this pulsating Eldritch Blast. What does it look like by any chance? What's it look like?
I feel like it looks like a big source of like energy that's like magenta in a bit.
All right. This pulsating energy that gleams a magenta light flickers in your hands, and again you send it flying towards the same angel that you sprayed with acid and that a Grim was attacking with you. You blast it, and it deals hefty damage as this angel's body begins to spill more ichor that seems to be conjoining into itself, almost as if it's trying to repair.
Ooh.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
All right. That is going to go to Igrim's turn. Igrim is going to launch another greatsword attack. That is going to be a 15, which is absolutely hitting these angels, and he is going to be doing max damage. You see, he lunges forwards, ending the first one with a swift strike. And the rest of the damage, so let me just do this math really quickly. So that's going to be, he deals 9 damage to the first one, and you see as his greatsword carries over, dealing an additional 7 damage to the one angel that attacked Stella. He cleaves the first one in half and rips into the ribcage of the other.
Ooh.
And that's the end of Igrim's turn. That is going to go to... Actually, you know what? Igrim is not going to play around. He is going to action surge and see if he can hit again.
Oh, Grim, I love you.
All right. Igrim is going to... That's a 15 to hit, and that is going to be 9 more damage to this angel.
Oh my.
All right. So
You big
with
boy.
that 9 damage, you see as this angel begins to look critically injured as he pulls the sword deeper into its body, cleaving through its ribs and pulling the sword outwards. A spray of golden ichor splashes against his armor. And that's going to be the end of his turn. That's your turn, Stella.
All right, I think I'm going to use Shillelagh.
All right, roll it up.
All right.
What does your shillelagh look like?
I think it kind of looks.
I thought of a
like
broom.
A broom.
I thought of a broom.
It looks very wooden, but I think it has little speckles of starlight in it.
All right,
Aw.
you fill this staff with the starlit energy. It has the wood grain all around it, and stars gleam brightly within. As you launch your attack, that's a 12 to hit.
Yes.
Unfortunately, misses. As you
Ugh.
launch your attack, as you pull the staff back and aim towards the angel that Igrim was slashing, unfortunately, Igrim's slash caused it to fall unkilter and incidentally dodges your attack. All right. Is that the end of your turn, or is there anything else you would like to do?
I think that's it.
All right. That is going to go to your turn, Akia.
Aye, I'm going to do Eldritch Blast again.
All right. Roll to hit.
Oh, baby, it's a 25.
25. All right. Absolutely hitting.
Man.
Guys,
Guys,
that
gods are on
damage.
my side.
14 damage.
Oh.
With a max damage Eldritch Blast, you funnel this magenta energy into your hand. It pulsates, it warbles, and you fire it deeply at this angel. It flings toward... Or how do you want to end it? Where do you want to shoot this thing?
I want to donut this bitch. I want to put it right through there, right
Just
in
like
the center.
Kakyoin, you
Yes,
puncture,
and Rengoku.
Oh.
and then Goku, you push the beam of light through the wound that a Grim left in it. As you open this wound wider, golden energy or golden ichor spills wildly out of this angel as it drips onto the floor, solidifying. It breaks through the other side, and you see as these angels begin to crack into golden glimmering dust. And you guys are out of combat.
Stella kind of I shut my eyes as I watch the angels speckle away, and I just go, "May you both find peace."
As you let this prayer to no one other than these angels, you watch as their stardust, their crackling gold remains, fade into obscurity, into nothingness. You see as a Grim just slashes his sword, spilling the blood, the ichor off,
Ooh.
and he sheathes it.
Good job, everybody.
Yes, good job, both of you.
The
I
Grim
think
gives you a thumbs up.
that went as well as it could have.
Yeah.
Good for us. We've got this.
A Grim
Okay.
points over to the horizon for you guys.
I look over.
As you look over, it's not really over the horizon, but nearing where you guys are is the brim and outer reach of a forest. The trees are small, but they definitely pillar taller than you are. They have these, like, let me actually tell you. They have these twisted trunks. They have layers of viridian moss and flowers growing within. And the crown of the forest sways gently as the wind touches it. And just over that, you see faded far into the distance. There are trees that pillar taller than any structure that you guys have seen yet in the distance.
Oh my.
What an intimidating sight.
Never seen anything like that before.
Have I even ever seen things like that before?
You've never seen a forest that pillars that high. You've seen rock faces, you've seen cliffs, but it's rare to see trees that could ever reach these heights.
Ooh.
Yes, I've seen many things, but not anything quite like that. Is that where we're headed?
Igrim gives you guys a nod, and he begins to walk forwards, going closer to the forest.
We've got it. We'll be good. We'll be grand and dandy and all that.
She gives her an awkward smile.
Pancake just goes,
Oh.
See,
he
Pancake
sits on
gets
top
it.
of Akia's head.
Oh. Okay, Pancake. She just starts to walk forward.
You trudge through the grasses, and the tall grasses fade away as you guys enter the brim of the forest. The grasses now are much more short, the trees pillaring taller, creating a constant shade, even as midday light begins to shine down on you. You are perfectly protected under the canopy of this forest. The grasses of the forest spill over every bump and across meandering roots, spilling from the bottom of trees. The uneven ground of the forest is riddled with gray rocks that break up the waving grasses. Bushes and brambles swallow the forest floor with their sprawling tendrils, crawling to the ground tightly. You even would see, as you guys traverse these forests, there are ropes and netting hanging from some of the branches of the trees. Within some of them, you can see animal carcasses. They are rotted so long that they're nothing but bones. You even see that there are seraphized animals squirming to escape in some of them. Winged rabbits and fauna that is tied to the bottom of trees. They're white with gilded eyes, yet they helplessly dangle.
I think I'm gonna just cautiously look around the area to see if there are any more humanoid threats or any bigger threats.
All right, roll me an investigation check.
Investigation. Okay. I just shouldn't roll anything anymore, I think. That's a 6.
With a 6, as you continue towards the forest, you don't see anything of note. Anything that is primarily endangering to you. But just as quickly as that, you do see that there is... Well, you don't see. Before you can fully investigate the area, you step and trigger one of these traps that you figured were harmless to you. You get caught within a rope and hung from a tree as you hear the rope slide. But just as quickly as the rope traps you and slides upwards, the rope from the friction just instantly breaks because it is sun-dried and damaged, and you fall face first onto the ground after being hoisted up.
Oh,
And you're going to take, let me see, 3 damage, Stella.
Damn.
okay. I didn't really consider that to be a problem.
Do I?
Igrim makes the sign of eyes and then points down at the ground.
Good to know.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. It wasn't really that bad.
Oh, that's good.
I just get off the ground and dust myself off.
Yeah,
See,
Igrim
all
aids
good.
you a little bit, and
Oh, thank you.
you continue to move deeper into the forest, not seeing the threats about. You do see that some of the fauna that are roaming these forests, they are seraphizing slowly, transforming, their bodies being altered, their shape and form distorting. But they look at you and then scamper away. You see a small rabbit jumps into the pathway, but just as quickly as it does and it sights you, it moves, running into a burrow. But as you guys continue to move, roll me that one last d20. Don't think I forgot. That's Akia's turn. DC 17. You can do a survival check. I'll let you have that boon.
What's my survival? It's a flat. Either way.
Okay, either way, it's flat.
Oh.
We can. Okay, I don't think it would help much. It's okay. So with Stella's poor investigation and Akia, your poor sight,
Hey.
you guys continue to move in, unaware of the dangers above. Roll me a d6 this time.
La 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 la.
Her eyes are very gorgeous to me.
With a 1. I'm going to have you roll me 2 more d6.
Oh.
2 more d6, please.
Uno.
All right, that's 3.
Dos. 4. I'm so scared.
All right. With that roll, you hear a sound in the forest.
No, I don't.
It's kind of like the sound of cracking branches. You hear the splitting of leaves. You hear an abruptness, a roughness. Peeling out of the forest are 2 of these exalted rabbits, their limbs longer than usual, their long arms and legs giving them an advantage, covered in feathers and wings and ivory. Golden golden accents clasp onto their necks and onto their paws. You also see that there's 2 chasing them. Following close behind are 2 wolves. Their bodies disfigured, long and distorted. Angelic in every way. Their hind legs also elongated. Their front legs just as elongated. Wings peel off of the side of their body and allow them flight. With that, roll me initiative.
Flying wolves.
Ah!
Oh, now I roll good.
Oh, I roll bad now.
All right.
Cuatro.
So that's a 4 from Akia. That is a 16 from
16.
Stella. All right, beautiful. Let's roll for a Grim. A Grim got an 18.
Oh, nice.
And
Oh.
let's get into the combat. All
Where's
right.
my notebook?
A Grim, immediately seeing the danger, pulls out his greatsword and lunges for the biggest threat he can see. He looks at this seraphized wolf, its eyes gold and gleaming at him, its teeth covered in ichor that lengthens them to look like that of a saber tooth. But its mouth is sealed around them, so only the teeth jut out through a blank slit in the face. And he is going to roll to hit. That's a 19. That is a 19. Let's go. That is
Oh
absolutely
my
hitting.
goodness, Let's
Uh,
go.
A Grim has a thing called improved critical. So he crits on a 19 and a 20.
Ooh,
So we're going
I
to
love
roll
this man.
crit damage for him.
God bless it, Grim.
All right,
God
that is going to
bless
be
you, Grim.
19 damage to the
Ooh.
wolf. You see, as a Grim immediately
Ew.
launches, he stabs through the head of the wolf, splitting it in twain. Its whole body splits in half from the force of the greatsword. You see, he slams the greatsword so hard that it crashes into the ground, but instead of stopping, the sword bounces upwards, and he pulls it down on the other wolf as well. You see, as he critically injures the second wolf and fully kills the first.
Oh my.
And that is going to be the end. Wait, can he do that on the... No, he cannot do that. Okay. So, yeah, you just see as he fully brutalizes one of the wolves and fully kills another. That's going to go to your turn, Stella.
All right. I guess I'm going to try to use the Star Streak again against this other wolf.
All right.
Of course. That's a nat one.
Stella, as you try
Lovely.
to harness the Star Streak, as you try to pull it from its orbit, you're still unfamiliar with it. It feels unnatural. You see, as you launch the blast, it is this time aimed directly at the wolf, but the wolf pulls back from a Grimm's blade and leaps out of the way of your Star Streak. Is that the end of your turn?
Alright. I was going to say I cast Shillelagh, but I don't know. I don't have my quarterstaff anymore, I think.
Oh.
Because it got corrupted.
Oh, then yeah, you don't
Oh.
have it. I should not have let you shillelagh.
Right? Well, it failed anyway the first time, so yeah, that will be the end.
All right, that's the end of your turn. That is going to go to one of the exalted rabbits. You see one of these doll-like rabbits. They have these golden eyes and no mouths. They look at you curiously or examine you. And you see as this rabbit leaps towards you, Stella, and is going to crash its paws into the back of your head. That is a 23 to hit. I won't even ask you. That's 7 damage to you.
Yeah.
Is that the end of your turn? Oh, wait, that is the end of the rabbit's turn. Whoopsies. All right, that is going to go to the other rabbit's turn. That one is going to lunge at Akia. It is going to use an ability called Celestial Leap. You see as it twists its body, contorting it, you see these golden bands around its legs gleam brightly. As it gleams, it launches towards you, and let me see if it hits. That's a 9. That's
doesn't.
25 to hit.
What do you think? What do you?
All right, and that's 7 damage to you, Akia. As you see the rabbit kicks off of the back of your head, it backflips through the air, somersaulting, lands on a branch of a nearby tree. And that's the end of its turn. And that's going to go
that thing.
to the next rabbit. This next rabbit is going to roll to hit on a Grim. You see this rabbit harnesses all the strength in its legs. They ripple, a pulse of golden light comes out, and it lunges towards a Grim. A Grim sees it, he sideswipes it, and it gets knocked off course and misses. That is going to be the end of that's turn. That's going to go to the Exalted Wolf, who is critically injured. Even though this wolf's body is severed and mangled from one slash from a Grim, you see as that golden ichor pours out wildly, bubbling forth from the wound, spilling out. It looks at you with this gaze of knowingness, and it spins out, and it is going to attack a Grim, because a Grim is the last one who attacked it. All right, that is going to be a 16 to hit a Grim. It doesn't hit a Grim. A Grim, you see, as it looks at a Grim, you see as this almost angelic light and the sound of piercing wind flows through. But a Grim just blocks the attack. And that is going to go straight towards Akia's turn.
I am going to do Eldritch Blast on the wolf.
All right.
Would it hit the rabbit too?
Your Eldritch Blast is not an AoE.
Or is it? Okay, making sure. Okay. Oh, 26, dirty.
All right, with
It
a
was
nat
a-
20. Roll up that damage.
Let's go. 14.
All right. 14 damage. You see as this wolf, even though it's looking at a Grim menacingly, it doesn't catch sight of your attack. You blast it with all your might, channeling this magenta energy between your palms, and you eviscerate it. That is going to be the... is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
All right. That is going to go to a Grim's turn. A Grim is going to grab the rabbit that attacked him and, well, not grab it, but he's going to try to stab that one very viciously. That's a dirty 20 to hit. That is absolutely hitting. And that is going to be 12 damage to that rabbit. You see as Igrim pulls his sword back. Without looking, he spins it backwards, and he rams the front of the blade through the rabbit, instantly killing it. And that is going to be the end of Igrim's turn. That is going to go to your turn, Stella. There's only 2 more rabbits about. One of them just hit you in the back of the head really hard.
All right. How is Akia looking? How is she looking?
Akia is covered in a little bit of blood, but she's looking like she's doing pretty fine.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. Then.
Stella can kind of guess that she's doing worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm doing worse in this situation. All right.
Help yourselves.
Okay. I'm just going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
All right, Cure Wounds. You could also have Stella could have also asked Akia about that in character.
Ah, right.
Roleplay mid-combat. It's awesome. All right, Cure Wounds yourself. You cast Cure Wounds on yourself. What does it look like?
I think it looks like, as I put it to myself, just like lines of glimmering dark blue magic spreading through my body.
This dark blue magic courses through your body. It targets the wounds and begins to seal them. Anything else you want to do?
I think that will be all.
All right, that is going to go to the rabbit's turn. The first rabbit is going to continue attacking you, Stella, because you were the last one that it attacked. It leaps off the ground, spirals in the air, and then brings its paws crashing down into your forehead. That's going to be 8 damage to you as it uses you as a springboard.
That's not very nice.
And that is going to go to the next one. They are not very nice. The next one is going to attack Igrim because Igrim just killed the other one in front of it. This one is going to... You see that golden ichor band around its feet begin to glimmer. It lunges towards Igrim for a flying kick, but unfortunately, or very fortunately in this case, Igrim parries with his with the side of his gauntlet. And that is going to be the end of its turn. Akia, up to you.
Stella, how are you holding up?
Not the best, but, I should be good, I think.
You sure?
Maybe. I don't know if I could take another hit after this.
Okay. I am going to... Which is the one I have? I'm gonna use Healing Word on her.
All right.
I forgot if I had Cure Wounds or Healing Word. Okay. I heal her for 11.
11. What does your healing word look like? And what word do you say to Stella?
I feel like she would say the word warmth, and it would feel like a very warm light around. Like you just feel warmth whenever she heals.
As Akia casts healing word on you and you hear the word warmth echo through your body, you are filled with the feeling of being next to that heater that is in the center of your family's tent on a cold, cold winter plain.
Thank you, Akia.
No problem.
Is
And
that
I
the end
feel
of your
like
turn?
that would be that
Okay.
would be the end.
All right. That is going to be the end of your turn, Akia. That is going to go to Igrim. Igrim is going to, again, ruthlessly attack the rabbits in front of him.
Kill!
That's a 10 to hit, which does not hit the rabbit's ACs. You see that as Igrim crashes this sword down in front of them, the rabbits leap away. But before they could leap away, Igrim pulls out his gauntlet and punches it in the middle of the air. That's going to be the flavor for his graze.
Oh!
He punches it in the stomach so hard that ichor spills out. And that's going to be 4 damage from graze. All right, that's the end of Igrim's turn. That is going to go to your turn, Stella.
Oh my. Okay. I think I'm going to use Guiding Bolt on the rabbit that attacked me.
All right, absolutely do it up.
That's a nat 20.
Woo! All right, roll that damage.
Finally. Let me
Kill
win.
this shit!
Kill! Kill!
I think your first hit of the session. Oh my Jesus!
27 damage.
Oh,
In honor of this crit, how do you absolutely murder this thing?
massacre.
Oh my god. You just
Girl bossing her way.
I think you just see like a blast of pure white starlight hit this rabbit and it just disintegrates into stars.
You fire this. It builds up within your magical conduit, within the star streak. As you funnel all this energy out, it blasts out towards the rabbit. As this glimmering white light gleams forward, the next second, the rabbit is nothing but golden sparkles flickering through the air as you instantly kill it.
I
And-
You just hear
let
Akia
out a
clap in the
sigh.
background. You just hear clapping in the background.
Yeah, Igrim claps,
did
but
it.
his hand, like with one hand and the other hand on the sword. So it just sounds like him slapping metal.
Clanking. It's just clanking.
All right, is that the end of your turn, Stella?
Yes.
All right, that is going to go to the last Exalted Rabbit, the one that Igrim just punched really hard in the gut. It's going to lunge towards Igrim still, and with the flap of its wings, it tucks them to the sides of its head and pushes and rushes towards Igrim. Igrim just immediately parries it away with the blunt end of its sword. You hear a thunk, and then the reverberation of metal as this rabbit slams into it. That is the end of its turn. That is going to go to you, Akia.
I'm Eldritch blasting this rabbit.
All right. Roll it
Come
up.
on, baby. Ugh. 8.
Unfortunately, with an 8, the rabbit is tumbling so fast because of the blunt smack from a Grim that you can't aim it right, and the rabbit, by luck, evades your attack. And that is going to be the end of your turn?
Yeah.
All right, a Grim.
Kill
That
it!
He is going to try, and probably most likely succeed. Yep,
Oh
that's
my.
absolutely succeeding. You see as Igrim walks slowly towards the rabbit, as the wind bristles through the forest, and you see his fur cape swaying. He looks down at it, and almost like stepping on an ant, he walks over it, crushing its gut as it cracks into glass under his feet. And he continues walking forward as the battle is over, treading deeper into the forest.
Sorry, little ones.
And do you guys just follow?
Yeah.
As you break through the forest, as Igrim, now taking the lead, starts to cut the traps before you guys can fall into them. Actually, no, let me see if he can do that. Let me see if he can. It's not fair to say he just can.
But what if he can?
Well, I hope he can. Okay, he can. That's a 20. That's a dirty 20.
Let
He
him be
can.
that guy.
He
Igrim
is that guy.
walks forward, cutting the ropes so you guys can tread forward safely. And as you guys tread through the forest, as instead of sunlight, the rays of dawn begin to cut through whatever gaps that they can find, flowing through like pillars of light, caressing the floor. They turn into a sort of milky blue tone, as you know that the night approaches. As you're walking, a wall begins to split the forest in twain. The overgrowth comes to a still march, as a man-made structure stands as a barrier. Gray stone, stacked intermittently, forms the lower half. Through the imperfections of this stone, grass and vines creep their way up. Wooden logs stand upright, sharpened to a point, as they stick outwards and towards you. These logs bear deep scratches and wounds. An entryway is apparent through the structure, a wooden gate betwixt 2 century towers. And as you guys reach this gate, you see that there is a signpost dredged into the ground next to this wall. The text is faded. The sign is barely held on its hinges. But through that faded text, the impression of it remains. Inwards towards La Torre, the watch point of Cojeurn. And as you guys get to that watch point, as you guys get to La Torre, as the moon shines down wherever it can, that is where we will end today's session.
Yay! We did it!
We did 2 good battles.
Yeah! I got
We just
kicked
hug
in
each
the
other.
head.
All
Holding
right,
each other like
all
Scooby-Doo.
right. Thank
Literally.
you guys for listening to this episode of Seraph Syndrome. I want to keep doing this outro thing with everyone around. Thank you for all listening. I hope you enjoyed. Please rate it 5 stars if you enjoyed, and share it with your
Listen
friends.
to more.
And listen to more. Come back next time,
Yes.
and we'll always be here for you. Under the moon, thank you for all listening. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.